Well, it's hard to think back to that period of time, and I'm not altogether certain, but it was a close ball game all the way throughout. I think it was a 4-point ball game at the end, if I recall correctly, and every snap counted, which it always does, but sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle. If anything, it probably identified, the significance of playing every snap, one snap at a time, trying to win every snap, one snap at a time. That positive things happen when indeed you do exactly that. And maybe even aside from that, as I think back, as I said, it was a awfully close ball game. And you're playing in front of a crowd that large crowd can be extremely noisy and can be very distracting if you allow it to be. And I think, as I recall, our youngsters were the discipline element of it comes in because the ability to overcome the crowd noise by being able to blank it out, as we say all the time, and just keep the game between the white lines. And I thought our players, on both sides of the ball did exactly that. But we had, you go back again, we had, correct me if I'm wrong, we had 3 takeaways or 3 turnovers created in that ball game, which led to 17 of the 24 points or so that we had, and that one was an immediate 7.
Coach, going back to Trevor Knight for a second, you had discussed yesterday and you were asked on the teleconference maybe what are some of the areas that he struggled in, or why he's not kind of the same quarterback. Could you maybe elaborate on maybe what you've seen from last year's tape that you watched, and maybe the game that he played against you, as opposed to maybe what you've seen this year, maybe good and bad?
Well, perhaps I see it differently than someone else might, but I see I guess what I see are the good things, and I don't see a whole lot of bad things. People say, well, maybe he doesn't complete enough of his passes, at 55%. I can remember when Michael Bishop was 55%, Nell Roberson was 55%, Jonathan Beasley was 55%. We thought they were doing pretty good. And you take a guy, as I said, the Webb youngster comes in here from Texas Tech and completes a high 67% of his passes, and he raises up and throws it over here, and he raises up and he throws it to you, and he raises up and throws it over there to Fitz. Those are almost handoffs, and a lot of people view that as, really an attachment to your running game. And what they've been doing with Trevor is putting the ball downfield more, and it just makes sense that I got a heck of a lot better chance of hitting you someplace from here than I do throwing it to the end of the room here. So it's kind of, you have to take it in perspective. So I don't see those bad things, and I see him when he against whoever, against Texas, against TCU, he scrambled, pulled the ball down, and ran, made some people miss him, and did that against us. So, I don't think they have an issue with with quarterback personally.